Some cycles seem endless. You take a step forward, breathe deeply, believe this time it will be different, and suddenly, almost without noticing, you're right back where you started. As if something invisible was pulling you back. As if there were a vibrational cord tied to the past, to fear, to doubt. And you start to wonder, am I not strong enough? Am I sabotaging myself? That feeling of being trapped in a pattern is far more common than we imagine. It doesn't shout. It whispers. It whispers when you postpone what you most desire. When you pretend not to feel. When you choose the familiar, even when it hurts. Because sometimes, what wounds us also protects us. And that is exactly where self-sabotage hides. It's not weakness. It's protection. The vibrational defense of a part of you that isn't yet sure it's safe to change. Bruce Lipton reminds us that 95% of the time, we operate from the subconscious. Which means most of what we do, feel, and choose comes from programming beyond our conscious control. And if that programming is rooted in fear, scarcity, or trauma, it will keep repeating the same patterns, even if your conscious mind wants the exact opposite. Joe Dispenza takes it further, explaining that the body also becomes addicted to emotions. It craves old familiar states, frustration, anxiety, rejection. So when you try to change, the body resists. It interprets the new as a threat. The body wants to go back to what it knows, even if that known is exactly what's blocking your expansion. That's why true change requires more than wanting it. It demands reconfiguring your vibrational field, creating a new sense of energetic safety that doesn't depend on repetition. Breaking the cycle isn't about forcefully cutting the pattern. It's about meeting it with presence, recognizing the emotion that sustains it, nurturing the root before trying to tear off the branch. Because self-sabotage isn't born from a desire to fail. It's born from the fear of feeling something that once caused you pain. And so it must be met with courage, but also compassion, with the understanding that it's not the new that scares you. It's the absence of the old. And yes, it is possible to build a new place within yourself. One where the new is no longer a threat, but a safe place to exist. Daily practice. The mirror of repetition. Close your eyes gently. Breathe as if you're coming home to yourself. Now think of something you've tried to change many times, yet you always seem to return to the same place. A behavior that repeats. A relationship that never lasts. A dream that never leaves the paper. An inner state that insists on returning. As if it were stronger than you. Feel the presence of this pattern. Notice where it shows up in your body. Perhaps a weight in your chest, a tightness in your stomach, a tension in your shoulders. Then ask yourself with honesty and courage, what old emotion is trapped in this pattern? Don't force a mental answer. Let the body speak. Perhaps a memory of rejection, a silent guilt, a need to please so you won't be abandoned, a scarcity that taught you not to trust abundance, a loneliness that became too normal. Now visualize this pattern as a dark spiral spinning in front of you. It represents the repetitive movement, the unconscious impulse, the loop that won't dissolve with willpower alone. Look at this spiral with presence, no fear, no rush, no guilt, and say to it with a firm inner voice, I see you. I acknowledge you. And now I choose to vibrate differently, not as a mantra, but as a decision, a vibrational decision, a loving breaking point. Then see a new spiral of light forming around the dark one, not to fight it, not to erase it, but to embrace and transform it. This light does not deny the dark spiral. It surrounds it, integrates it, transmutes it. Because the new doesn't have to destroy the old. It only needs to be born with greater awareness. Finish by breathing into this affirmation. My new identity no longer needs to protect itself with old patterns. I am safe in the new. Feel your body respond. Perhaps a gentle warmth, a lightness in your shoulders, a sense of space. This is your field being reconfigured, not through effort, but through truth. Because when you recognize yourself, you free yourself. And when you free yourself, the cycle begins to lose its power. From the inside, where it all began. Quantum affirmation of the day. Now that you've touched the root of the pattern, seen the cycle with presence, and met it with truth, it's time to plant something new. Not in haste, not under pressure, but with the silent strength that comes from clarity. Bring your attention to your heart. Breathe into the new decision taking shape. It's still subtle, but it's alive. And anything alive can grow, if nourished with intention. Repeat, as if sowing a new frequency into your own field. I dissolve the cycle of self-sabotage with presence, courage, and vibrational truth. Feel each word as an inner gesture. Presence, as one who is fully here. Courage, as one who chooses to walk through what was once avoided. Vibrational truth, as one who no longer needs to hide from themselves. This affirmation is not an ending. It's a beginning. A restart that doesn't depend on external conditions, nor on anyone's approval. It's born in the silence of your decision, and it expands through the vibration of your choice. You don't need to protect yourself from a future that hasn't arrived, nor remain chained to a past that only taught you survival. Now, you can live. And to live with energetic integrity is in itself an act of liberation. This is your new vibration, and it is already reorganizing everything from the inside, where reality begins. Powerful reflection. Question. Now that your field feels lighter and your body more receptive, let a question rise within you, one that may have always been there, hidden beneath the noise of old patterns. It requires no rush, no precise answer. It simply invites you to listen to a part of your story you may have never truly heard. What part of me still believes it's safer to repeat the old than to allow the new? Hold this question as if holding a mirror in your hands. A mirror that doesn't accuse, but reveals. Perhaps the answer comes from a child who learned that new means pain. Perhaps from a part of your body that grew accustomed to fear. Or a memory that linked change with loss. Observe what appears, don't correct it. Don't interrupt, simply hold space for it. Because every part that repeats is only trying to protect you from feeling something that was once too much to bear. But today, you have more inner space, more awareness, more capacity to sustain the new, not with defense, but with truth. This question doesn't close the cycle. It opens the way. A way where the old stops leading and begins, little by little, to be integrated. Where what was once fear becomes raw material for presence. And when that part of you realizes that the new can also be safe, the cycle dissolves and the new begins within, where it always began.